Hey guys, it's TechGreen here, and welcome back to another Amazon Prime Day deal list video. I'm super excited because I have found some of the best deals for July 2025 for Prime Day, and I will say this video took a little bit longer to make because a lot of these deals nowadays are mostly fake because they jack up the prices and lower the prices on Prime Day to the MSRP prices, which is just absolute BS. So I found some deals that are actually not BS and that I think you guys will appreciate. So let's jump right into it. The first deal I got for you guys is a power supply deal from MSI for their Mag 8650BN 650 watt bronze rated power supply. This thing is perfect for a budget build if you're looking to build around $600 to $1,000. If you need a limited amount of wattage and you don't need too much, this thing is perfect and has all the essentials. And this thing was originally around like $550. So yeah, it's gone down in price like $5, which isn't a huge deal, but it's still a good enough deal if you are looking for a nice budget power supply, and that's why I'm recommending it, because I'm actually planning to pick one up here later today because I have a PC build plan for later this July. So if you don't want to miss out on a $1,000 PC build video, you know what to do, get subscribed. Next up, we got another power supply for you guys who are using a bigger budget for your PC build and you're planning to throw in some of the newer GPUs in. You need like 1,000 watts. We got this one from Be Quiet, the Pure Power 13M 1000 watt power supply, which is awesome. It's gold rated, it supports PCIe 5.1, and so that'll support like all the newer GPUs. So yeah, if you're looking for a nice 1000 power supply, this is it, because it's like only $144 right now. The next deal we got is actually a Samsung SSD for the 870 EVO, which is a 1TB SSD for $76, which is pretty good. Now, it's not the craziest deal in the world, but if you are planning to actually switch out your drive in your laptop or upgrade your laptop SSD, or maybe just add a new SSD for your actual computer, this is a pretty good deal to actually snag right now. Now, if you are looking for an NVMe SSD on a budget, well, we actually got here the WD Black 2TB SN7100. This is a Gen 4 PCIe SSD with up to 7,250 reads and a pretty good amount of writes with over 7,000. But this thing is actually $120 right now, which is actually kind of crazy because it's an NVMe SSD. I was looking around for any other NVMe SSDs Gen 4 for this price point or lower, but this is the lowest one I can currently find on the market. We got another SSD deal from Samsung for their 990 EVO Plus SSD 1TB Gen 4. Of course, as it's some insane speeds for its read and write, not the craziest thing in the world compared to Gen 5, but it has half of it, which is awesome, and it comes at $66. So if you're looking for a nice SSD, this is not a bad one with a good amount of endurance, but it does not have NVMe cache, so I would recommend going over Crucial P3 Plus. But if you do need more endurance for your workload and you're writing multiple times onto it off and on, I would recommend this. Now, if you're looking for a nice hard drive for a lot of space, we got this one from Seagate for their Barracuda 8TB internal hard drive for $110 right now. So that's a pretty good deal for actually 8TB. I actually have the 4TB version, and of course see that's at $85 right now. But if you spend like $20 more, technically it's $30 more, you'll get like an additional 4TB. So if you're looking for some storage for maybe your PC or you're buying some drives for your NAS, 10 out of 10 would recommend. I've used these in the past for my NAS. I actually have another NAS coming in. I plan to pick up a few more of these for. Now, the next one we got is some CPU deals, and I was actually surprised about this one. The 76X actually has gone down in price. If you guys do not know, the 76X and also the 96X are both like the best budget AM5 CPUs on the market, and they're both sitting at the exact same price for a little while. But now with Prime Day, this CPU has gone down to $160. So if you're looking for a nice CPU for a budget build, this was the one I would recommend. You know what? That's honestly crazy. I thought the price of this one was gonna not be that, but it actually is the exact same. Okay, never mind. I would recommend you grab the 96X because look, I was looking at this earlier. It was like $175, but the price went down again to $165 for Prime Day. So it's a $5 difference between these two CPUs. So I retract my previous statement, going with the 76X. So I'm kind of surprised. I was looking at this NAS earlier, the UGREEN NASync DXP 4800 Plus. I actually own one of these NAS. They're amazing 4-bay NAS with 2 NVMe slots, 10 gigabit on board, 2.5, and also just like a Gen 4 speeds for the NVMe SSDs. So yeah, and you can upgrade the RAM and all that jazz. And this thing was sitting around like $600 for its price on like its website here and also on UGREEN. And then I checked Amazon for Prime Day. It went down to $520, which is like an $80 difference, which is crazy to think about. Yeah, so I was gonna recommend that next, but you can see he has already sold on out. I will have the link to it down below just in case it comes back into stock. I would recommend picking one of these up because I would say this is probably one of the best budget NASs right now for $600 to $700. Okay, that's hilarious. Even the 2-bay one sold out just because it was a good deal. It went down by like 80 bucks. I think this thing is usually around 400 and now it's 320. I'm kind of curious to see how much this thing is on their site. So on their site, it's actually $280 right now if you order it actually on UGREEN. But if you order the DXP on UGREEN's site, how much is that? $520. So if you can't find it on Amazon, I would recommend ordering on UGREEN's website, just because that's a really good deal for a $700 NAS. And if you have the cash to spend, I would just recommend getting the 8-bay version because this is a really nice NAS for 8 bays. If you're looking for a nice office chair, I found this one from Union in their Scale Staples Mesh Black Swivel Office Chair. That's unnecessarily long, but it's $71 right now. It's a nice office chair. So if you're looking for something comfortable to get the job done, this is looking like a pretty good deal. Now, if you're looking for a nice wired mouse, we got a Razer Death Adder Actual V3s on a sale right now for $86, which is not bad. My brother had the wire version of this, but this is the newer one where it's wireless, which is pretty nice. So 10 out of 10 would recommend. Wireless mouse are superior, just like so nice. Now we got another gaming mouse from Pulsar, their Gaming Gears X2, which is at $104 right now. This wireless mouse, it has 32,000 DPI, which is probably nothing you're gonna ever use, but it's more than enough if you need to do anything with it. So if you're looking for another good gaming mouse, this is another one I recommend. Now, if you're looking for a 3D printer for Prime Day, we got this one from Bamboo Lab, their A1 Mini 3D printer. I actually have a friend who owns one of these. He's really happy with it. So if you're looking for a nice 3D printer, usually this thing's at $450. It's at $300 right now, 33% off. So if you're looking to get into 3D printing, this is a great way to get into it. Now, if you are looking for some speakers for Prime Day, I got these one from Edfiner. I don't think I said that right. They're MR4 powered speakers. They're at $92 right now, which is pretty good for some nice speakers. Now, if you are looking for a capture card for your stream setup, we got this one from Elgato, the 4KX capture card. I currently use one of these for my setup. Absolutely love it. So it's coming out at $200 right now instead of the normal price being $250. So you can go with this capture card if you're looking for an external capture card. Now, the 4KX does perform like a 4K Pro, but the only difference between the two, one's external and one's an internal capture card. I would always recommend the internal one if you have an extra PCIe slot, but if you don't, the 4K capture card will do more than enough. So unfortunately, they don't have a deal for this one though. Okay, so next two products I'm actually really excited about because these things are expensive when I bought them, which is the Anker Charger 200 watt 6 ports charging station. This thing charges your phone very fast. And what this does, it takes a direct power connection and a USB-C cable. If you have one USB-C cable on both sides, you plug into your Samsung device or your device of choice, and it charges really fast. Like, I have my phone charged within under an hour, even in 20 minutes at times, with this actual charger in itself, depending on how many devices are connected. Since I have one device connected, it charged pretty quick. And it comes in at $56 right now. Keep in mind, I bought this originally for I think it was like 120 or something like that. I don't remember the exact amount, but it has gone down in price, and there's a nicer version of this actual charger that has a little display and stuff like that, and just has all Type-C connections too. That's only $110 right now, and you can see compared to like the 170 once was at. So if you're looking for a really nice phone charger for your Mac or for any other devices, I would recommend this. Now, if you're looking for a nice little wall charger, we got this one from UGREEN, the 100 watt USB charger. We got one USB-A, we got 3 USB-Cs, and then you can plug in your Mac, and it does pretty good wattage for actually charging your device, and it comes at $42 if you are looking for a nice charger. Now, if you're looking for a nice coffee machine, we got this one from Moco Master, their 53933 coffee machine, which is pretty nice because this thing was like $360. It's at $180 right now. So if you are looking for a nice coffee machine, this one would be a good actually spend. Now, another thing I got here is a rice cooker. This is on a Prime Day sale. This is like a rice cooker I'm currently using that I absolutely love. So if you're looking for a good rice cooker for $36, this one's absolutely amazing. Next deal I got for you is some monitors. So first of all, I got this one from Samsung, their 27-inch Odyssey G3, which is nice. It's an FHD monitor, and of course 1 millisecond, 120 hertz, and of course it supports AMD FreeSync. So if you are looking for a nice monitor, this is a pretty good one. Or I got the one I'm currently using, which is a 1080p, 240 hertz with a slight curve to it, which is super freaking nice. I'm using it right now. This is the one I'm looking at. It's at $144. Now keep in mind, I bought this one that was like $165. So if you are looking for a nice 27-inch monitor that's slightly curved, this is the one I would definitely recommend. But those are currently all the best deals I have found so far for Prime Day 2025 for July. Now, I do plan to keep updating this throughout the day until the end of the week, just in case if there's any other good deals. So feel free to check by this video again if you want to. But if you guys did find this video helpful, you need to snag yourself a nice deal, then make sure to smash the like button and get subscribed to some of this future tech content. I'll see you on Tech Rant out.